Hello, my name is Robert Frost. I have been invited by your teacher, Mrs. Bedspread, I think. Oh, it's something to do with a furnishing. Curtin, Mrs. Curtin, to come and talk to you today about rhyming pattern. I am a famous poet who has written many, many wonderful poems. One most famous poem, The Road Not Taken, is the one I'm going to read to you today. Now, your teacher asked me to come and talk to you today, and I'm not sure if she's aware or not, but I passed away in 1963. But here I am to talk to you about rhyming pattern. Before that, I'd like to read to you one of my most famous poems. It's probably one of the most famous poems ever written, the one most well-known, and you'd have a hard time walking into a craft store or anywhere else where I haven't been quoted. So here goes. Listen carefully. The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as far that the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Now, I understand that Miss Katy Perry came by last week to tell you what poetry is. And she told you that poetry is usually beautiful and can evoke emotion. And this poem evokes emotion for me. When I wrote it, it evoked emotion, and I hope that my readers get emotion out of this poem, because I chose the road less traveled, and that has made all the difference. Now let's take 1 minute and talk about rhyming pattern. This is something that your teacher is going to explain in further detail today. Rhyming pattern is what it is. It's the rhyming pattern of the poem. Oftentimes, you call the lines and the rhymes by letters. So, for instance, let's say the first line, line A. Line A rhymes with the next line that has the same ending rhyme sound, which would also be signified by an A. And then the second sound is B, line B. And then the one that rhymes with that is also a B. So lines A rhyme with A, lines B rhyme with B. Many poems are written in an A-B-A-B rhyming pattern. Some are A-A-B-B. Mine, as you will see, is done a little bit differently. It'll be explained more to you in your lesson, as your teacher tells me, but she wanted me to introduce rhyming pattern to you. So I hope you've enjoyed my poem. I wrote many, many wonderful poems. This just happens to be one of the most commonly known poems that I've written. And I encourage you as well to take the road less traveled and see where it takes you. Do you understand what that means? Be your own person. Don't follow the same path that everyone follows. Be different. Dare to be different and to take that road that is less traveled. It will make all the difference. Thank you for having me. I'm going to continue to go rest peacefully, and I hope you have another exciting visitor sometime in the future. Have a great week, 4th grade. Yours, Robert Frost.